So I hit a six-figure net worth when I was 25. I'm 26 now, and I did this without ever having made a six-figure salary. And that is the one thing I wish everybody knew about money, is that you do not need to have a high income to have a high net worth. In fact, there are so many people out there who make six-figure salaries and are still living paycheck to paycheck. So to prove my point, I want to share all of my salaries I've made over the last 4.5 years so you can see what I mean. I have a little income tracker. I like to keep track of all of my incomes over the years. My first job out of college technically was working at Target as a store associate. I graduated in May of 2020 and I could not get a job to save my life. So that was my first job. I was making $15 an hour and I was working there for about 6 months before I landed my first full-time job. My first full-time salary job was working as a clinical research coordinator at a GI clinic. I was making $50,000 and I think after 6 months, I got bumped up to $52,000, but I ended up leaving a couple months after that. My next job was a project management associate working at a consulting company. I really wanted to pivot into business, so I went the project management route. My salary was $62,000, and I ended up getting a bump to I think $65,000 after 6 months in, and then I ended up getting like a $600 bonus, but I did not stay with this company for very long either and ended up leaving after about 7 months. The next role I got was a brand associate role at my current company, which is in the CPG industry, and this is basically a marketing role. I was making $75,000 and I got a $8,000 bonus that year. After about a year, I got promoted to a senior associate role, making $86,000, and my bonus for that year was $5,000. After another year, I did a lateral move to another senior associate role, and after my year-end review and the small bump I got for doing a lateral move, I'm now at $94,500. My bonus is TBD. It'll get paid out next June and depends primarily on company performance. So as you can see, I've made very normal salaries for somebody with a college degree, and I've been able to achieve this financial success after only about 4 years of working, because again, the first 6 months after graduation, I was working at Target, was not saving a ton of money. So this is your sign that you don't need to make a ton of money to build wealth. It's not only about how much money you make, but also about what you're doing with that money that is going to make the biggest difference.